Hello and welcome to episode 18 of Unemployed to Unstoppable. As you can see from the schedule, we've been on scintillating form. We've not lost any games since you were last with us. Few draws in amongst it. Kind of the highlights have been a 6-0 win over Solihull and we beat top Swindon 3-1. How that's kind of left the table is we are in second, just about the point we can confirm a promotion spot. We're 9 points behind top, 3 games to go. So it's almost the impossible task to come first, but we'll get through the credits. I'll take you through some transfers, a quick look at the youth players coming through, and then we'll get into the final game or two of the season to secure promotion. So stay tuned and I will catch you very shortly. Welcome back. So very quickly, I just wanted to take you through some of the youth players we've got in the club, and I don't always do this because I usually just don't keep any youth players. I get rid of them all to keep the wage budget as low as possible, just to completely focus on the first team. I've done it slightly different this time with Accrington, and we've signed a load of young players from ex-Premier League clubs, but we've also kept the cream of the crop, for want of a better word, from the youth teams as they come through, and we're starting to see some of these players kind of getting in and around the first team now. So you've got Jules Nisingi there as a goalkeeper with a lot of high potential, but we've got Richard Archer coming in. I mean, his stats for a left back at 17-year-olds pretty good, coming in as a substitute, but he's actually a substitute for a homegrown player called Tommy Duff, who's kind of cementing his place at left back, 2.5-star current potential, potentially up to 4 stars future potential. So again, we're starting to reap the rewards of having some of these young players. And it also made me notice that we've only got 2 players above the age of 30, George Ray, who's away on loan, Harry Pell, who's leaving on a free transfer. So in terms of squad potential and development, we've got a really young squad, a lot of exciting players yet to reach their full potential coming through. And I also just wanted to briefly take you to a quick number of transfers we've just secured in on from ex-Premier League clubs. So we've got Victor coming in from Man City as a Spanish goalkeeper. He's got a lot of potential, Premier League. Joe McGarry, right back, huge potential again. Niall Knight from Newcastle at centre-half. And finally, Kerry Challenger, again another centre-half from Liverpool. So them 4 players coming in at the start of next season, along with the youth players coming back from loan and the ones who've broke through from the homegrown list. It's actually looking like we're going to have quite a good squad for next season. We'll only need to do 1 or 2 transfers in the transfer window to bolster us for a season in the division above. So it's looking pretty exciting, and it's not often I get excited about the young players or the development side of the game, but it's going well. All that being said, then we'll get through to the first game. We've got an away game at Mansfield and then either Exeter or Stevenage to end the season. So stay tuned. If we win it in the first game and we get promoted, I'll probably just chop the second game. It would be pretty worthless and go to the end of season review. So stay tuned. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, hopefully we win the first game and get it all done and dusted. Well, it's a bit of a shock for you. There were some games played in between our fixtures, and as we can see there, Port Vale have drawn with Crawley. What that means is Port Vale and Leyton Orient can't both overtake us, so we've actually secured promotion without having to play that final game. It came through within the inbox. We've got a lot of praise. Initial budgets have been set, 40.5 per week budget, transfer budget 16.68. So again, there we have it. Accrington promoted to Sky Bet League One. Who would have thought we would have pulled it off in the first season? They were kind of expected there in terms of the preview. So if we just have a quick look in there, 8th we were tipped for finish. We've bettered that and we've come in 2nd or 3rd. But the important thing is we're promoted up a division. Now all we need to do is get to the end of the season, kind of review the playing squad, integrate the youth as best as we can, look for 1 or 2 really good signings, probably when the Premier League clubs release their squad and fringe players. We might try and pick up 1 or 2 of them. We'll get them in on a loan like we do every other season and see how we get on. So this will be a relatively shortish episode, I think. I'll probably just play through the last couple games off camera and we'll get to the end of season rewards, and yeah, it'll be a a fun episode, but a short episode. So stay tuned. I'll be back shortly. Welcome back for the end of season review. The final 3 games was 1 win, 1 draw, 1 loss, so a bit of an even spread. The other team that came up with us was Port Vale, who came in 3rd spot. Playoffs haven't been played yet, but we'll just go through the end of season review. Quick look at who the new arrivals were. So Kian Atete, again, we brought him in. He's been magnificent. He probably kept us going. There was a period where he was out injured for quite a few games. But yeah, 26 goals, 5 assists, top average rating. Honda Mark, another one who was brilliant when he came in from Barnsley. Again, fantastic signing. Alex Mitchell came in on loan, just kind of a bit of a squad play. He actually ended up playing a majority of the games. Tyrese Francis, I think he was the first player we actually paid a significant fee for. Again, in the middle of the park, played 42 games. Casper Nilsson came in as a late one in the transfer window as a young prospect at right back. He's pretty much cemented his place in the team now. 27 games, playing most of them towards the end of the season. And again, Max Haygarth, brought in from Brentford. Again, kind of bit of a squad player, played in a number of positions, sometimes up front, sometimes midfield. But yeah, pretty good transfer dealings all in all. 6 players. There we go. Can't forget Cannonier, who was just off the bottom. Again, towards the end of the season, his development kind of introduced him more and more into a first team role, but more of a squad player. Transfers out, again, we just looked to try and reduce the wage bill, so we got rid of a huge number of players. Jack Nolan, I think he's gone, yeah. And we just released the wage budget so we could have got another couple of players in. Loans out, it's a massive number. We got quite a lot of players out on loan, which will put us in good stead for the new season. A couple of them have quite a significant amount of potential, so when they come in, we'll evaluate the squad in the transfer special and see who we'll keep, who we'll get rid of. In terms of results then, promotion, 2nd in the league, can't really complain too much. I mean, we were quite a way off top spot. In the end, there was that blip kind of early to mid-season, but coming out with the Christmas break, we were on pretty significant form, undefeated for a long period of time up until that Stevenage game. Kian Atete, top goal scorer for the entire division, so again, just shows you the importance of him as a signing. FA Cup then, got into the 2nd round, didn't get much further, so can't really complain about it. Newport County dumped us out. I think it was not long after we were in the club. Carabao Cup, again, Notts County dumped us out, and the Papa John's Trophy, which we did win one of the fixtures, but again, not a priority. Very much a case of concentrating on the league position to try and get us up, not just to take Accrington up a league, but also management stature, so we can get offers for new jobs, perhaps in the Championship if we're lucky. Again, biggest win, 6-0 Gillingham. We did get a 6-0 at Boreham Wood as well. Match to remember, 2-0 away at Salford. I would actually say probably the match to remember was when we beat Swindon, who were top of the league 3-1, so I'm not quite sure why it chose that as a game. And again, goal of the season against Solihull Motors in a 3-2 victory. Finance-wise, reputation's not changed. No new sponsorship details. Annual revenue, hospitality's gone up, prize money's gone up, commercial and retail. Again, I think I say this nearly every season. In terms of shirt sales, your number 9, as it were, your centre forward is always going to be top of that. But again, Kirby, Honda Mark, Francois, Chadwick and Ateta, you can't really argue too much with that. Pretty much a set formation for majority of the season. Honda Mark can play centre mid, but he did play most of the games on the right hand side. Back 4 pretty settled. What I would say is Welch's probably out now with Nilsson coming in, and I think Morris has kind of slipped down the pecking order as well, with Duff coming in, who was a homegrown player, and Pell, certainly he'll be leaving this transfer window on a free transfer, and he probably wouldn't be there anyway. So get through to the accolades. 2 Manager of the Month awards. Manager of the Season's not been awarded, but I'd be very surprised if it wasn't Swindon. Fans Player of the Season, Pask. Young Player, Atete. Honda Mark got sign of the season. Again, I can't argue with that. We've already seen goal of the season and top goal scorer Francois again with most assists, most man of the match to Tete, who again got highest average rating. And surprisingly, most passes completed by 90 minutes went to a centre-half in Alex Mitchell, which again, a bit surprising, but there you go. And we broke some records this season as well. Most goals in a season by one of our players, most assists, most clean sheets, and most man of the match awards. So overall, hugely successful season and promotion. So can't really say anything negative about it. In terms of club vision for the next season, develop players using the club's youth system, which I think we are pretty much on track for with the signings we've made and the youth players we've signed. We'll always be within the wage budget. We'll always try our best to sell for a profit. We're looking to fight against relegation this season, which, I mean, it should be the aim. And then for the foreseeable, it's just a case of trying to remain in League One. We'll do our best. We'll see how we can strengthen, see if we can slightly beat those targets. So we will accept the current vision. In terms of dynamics, we've been a bit concerned we've not had a team leader, but again, morale's been high. Influential players haven't really upset too much. Again, end of season meeting, we'll just tell them we're going to battle against relegation. Just see what we can do. So maybe not the not the smoothest of moves, but yeah, got there in the end. And we'll exit there. So there's not much left to do in this episode now. All the players are going to disappear. We've not had much in terms of the contracts. We will quickly look at the squad depth. Just have a quick peek at where we're going to go. So certainly, I mean, areas immediately jumping out as a second centre forward, either to replace Tete as the main striker or as a deputy, because Cannonier is more of a winger, although Timmy Davies is coming back from loan, so he might slot in there. Again, I would say left wing's probably a priority. Honda Mark's not going to play in the centre of midfield, so maybe a strong centre half. And again, centre back's looking a little bit subpar. Left back. So yeah, there's a few places we could potentially strengthen in. We do have a huge number of youth players coming back. In terms of potential, if I just slot them in here, we're looking for 5 stars really to introduce into the squad. So only a couple, Lloyd Shepherd and Henry Timmy Davies coming in. We do also have the transfers previously made, the 4 coming in, 2 centre halves, midfielder and a right back. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Promotion is always a good thing. We'll see how we go on for next season. There may be some job offers coming, but if not, I will see you for the transfer special. So stay tuned and I'll see you soon.